Welcome back to more Octopath Traveler solo run with Tressa. In the last episode / stream of this, we completed Tressa Chapter 3, fought the tiger. It was a little anticlimactic, we weren't in too much danger. Honestly, that boss isn't too bad, mostly because we had an antidote stone, which basically nullifies the entire gimmick of the fight of getting poisoned. But yeah, so... off stream since last time, I grinded up to level 70. So we're pretty boosted. I also leveled up pretty much every job all the way besides the divine skill. So we're all good there in that department. We have a lot of options. We have every support skill. Things are looking good. So yeah. All that being said, I mean, there's nothing really left to do besides head off to Grandport also. How's it going, Ho? Glad to see you. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this chapter 4 on the road. Alright. You arrive in Grandport, which is abuzz with excitement over the auction. Alrighty. Tressa's Path Chapter 4. Let's do this. So far, in Victor's Hollow, Tressa reunited with Captain Leon Bestral. He spoke of a dear friend from his pirating days and told her of the Eldrate, the man's most precious treasure. Tressa ventured out and recovered it, but Leon refused the gift, for he already found his most precious treasure. His friend's old ship and a new life as a merchant. There's only room in one's heart for one true treasure. So what was hers? Tressa realized she still had no answer. Undeterred, she made her way for Grandport, the Eldrate in hand, and so she led to the Merchant's Fair.
Whoa!
I can't believe it! I'm finally here! I think Grandport's a really cool city, too. I really like the design of it. I hope you're ready for me, Merchant's Fair. Like, in a lot of the cities sort of... I mean, in a lot of video game cities, things are scaled down a lot, but Grandport really does feel very bustling. I like it a lot. This is incredible. There are merchants and treasures from all over the world here. That must be where they hold the auction. Yeah, a giant building. I can't wait to see what they have for sale.
Hey.
Look, it's Mr. Wyndham.
Oh.
Wyndham? Like the incredibly wealthy aristocrat?
Aye.
One and the same, miss.
Oh.
Rumor has it he's got enough money to buy himself a small country. What? Yo. Supposedly he invests quite a sum into the fair, too.
This is an honor.
Welcome, Mr. Wyndham. Only the rarest and most beautiful treasures have been gathered here. I'm certain you'll find something to your daughter's liking.
Indeed.
I expect so. Aston Wyndham. I'll spend what I must to see her happy. See, money does buy happiness. Don't listen to what anyone else says.
Ah.
One of the highlights of the fair is a competition. Merchants show off their finest pieces to Mr. Wyndham.
Uh-huh.
And he picks only the very best one to give to his daughter. Wow, okay, so the pressure's on. The reward is 1 billion leaves. Bro, what?
What?
1 billion? I don't think the in-game counter even goes that high.
Aye.
They say he invests in the fair just so he can hold the competition. I guess all that money will touch your noggin eventually. I don't get it. Dude, imagine if the game just gave you $1 billion just out of nowhere. At least his daughter is happy. Though it does make me wonder how he chooses a winner. Well, color me curious. Interesting. Will the Eldrate do the trick? If I prove myself here, I know this journey wasn't for nothing.
All right.
Guess there's only one way to find out. I mean, yeah, it would be worth literally $1 billion, which is very significant. I'll go sneak a peek at the competition. Excuse me, leaves. I actually imagine one leaf is closer to like 1 cent.
Oh no.
I actually have heard of that. I've heard that it's like pretty good. I haven't watched a lot of that stuff from that era though, but yeah, I have heard about it. Oh no.
Are you all right? Yes, thank you. But please don't worry yourself. I can walk on my own 2 feet.
It does look a little bit like you just tripped on nothing,
okay.
but I'm just trying to help. Skip that a little bit.
Ah!
Sorry. That was another show that I haven't watched a ton of, but I know is like critically acclaimed. Also, I shouldn't laugh,
Are you sure you're okay?
but just the timing of it is pretty funny.
Here, have some water.
Dude, Tressa's so nice. I should drink some water too, Tressa.
Thank you so much for your kindness. You don't have to thank me. I'm Tressa, by the way. I'm a traveling merchant. A traveler? I'm Noah. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Tressa.
Hey, Noah.
You don't have to be so formal. Tressa works just fine. I see. Tressa. See? That's not so hard. How are you feeling, by the way? Better, thank you. I thought I can make it just a bit further. My legs have always been weak, you see, so I never strayed too far from home. Aww.
It's really kind of a sad story.
I long to see the world.
I've wanted to play them, but I haven't,
Just
no.
know there are countless wonderful things out there waiting to be discovered.
I've seen like mods of them though, which look pretty cool.
This girl reminds me of me. But the rest of the world was always out of reach. Eventually, I realized that my dream would forever be just a dream.
Aww.
I came here by sheer willpower alone.
We will never
hoped
know
I'd
why they
find
decided it would be
something to
cloud
help
only.
make my dreams come true. Something precious I treasure forever. Treasure?
Oh,
My lady, there you are. Lady?
Gil!
I'm sorry if I worried you, Gil. Gil the butler. And who is this young woman? Yeah, I really
Tressa.
think it's just a case of they don't want to put the effort to optimize it for Switch. It's you know, I think that's the cut and dry answer, which is unfortunate because I really don't think it would be that hard. Her name is Tressa. She lent me her aid.
oh,
My word, Miss Tressa, you have my deepest gratitude. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Gil, and I am in the service of the Wyndham family.
What?
The same, like, $1 billion Wyndham family? I'd love to repay you for your kind deed, but I'm afraid we must be on our way. Let us make for the auction hall, my lady. Yeah. Spoilers, Noah is the same daughter.
Much.
Thank you again, Tressa.
Take care.
I'm just glad you're all right. See you around, Noah. That $1 billion is as good as mine.
Noah.
Noah is the daughter of Mr. Wyndham, which means she's who this whole competition is for. mysterious off-screen characters. Interesting. All right. What a cutscene. All right. And with that out of the way, we can actually go and explore the market. Now, for one, actually, there's a hidden chest behind here that, like, the first time I played this game, I never got it. Fortunately, it's not super great. But anyway. Now, there are a ton of vendors here. This is probably the screen with the most single NPCs in the entire game. Almost certainly. But I'm actually not going to buy anything here with Tressa, because I'm going to be getting some of this stuff. A lot of it's really expensive, and even though I have a fair amount of money from grinding, there will be a better way to get it. That's House Senity's tableware.
Whoa!
And there's green towels, crimson gems, gold coins from Belmond. You really can find anything at the fair, dude. She's like drowning in her hobby. I better write this all down before I forget. Oh, is that the same mysterious figure we saw earlier? Excuse me, miss. Oh, hello. Can I help you?
It can't be.
I feel like I've seen that notebook somewhere before. Would you mind showing it to me? Excuse me? Just a little more, if you don't mind. Sure. By the way, I didn't get your name. Finally, my search is over. Your search?
Yes.
Yes. Please accept this as thanks. Bruh! Ugh! Hey, that's mine! Not anymore, little girl. A word of advice before I go. Forget you ever saw this book. It's for your own good. Bruh! Hello? Darn! Tressa, go get it! You're like level 70, you can beat her up. Wait! My notebook. I have to get it back. Yeah, it's weird what series they seem to focus and which ones they don't. I have no idea why they operate the way that they do. Where did she go? Yeah, there's the downfall of there being so much people in the town square. Hey, that looks like a familiar face. What are all these people doing there?
Your attention, please.
Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. You won't want to miss what's coming up next. I know that voice.
Gather round.
It's a first-class item for a first-class lady like yourself.
How splendid.
Well, it does sound quite spectacular. It literally just looks like a pole. What is that?
Oh.
It is Ali. Here it is, folks. The magnificent, fortuitous carpet of House Kafka. Kafka? For those of you who don't know, let me tell you the tale of this peculiar piece. You're gonna tell it? The Kafkas are famous aristocrats from the north.
And then
Several decades ago, a craftsman presented the family with a very special carpet. From the moment it adorned their halls, their lives were forever changed. Business boomed and profits soared, and eventually they were blessed with 6 beautiful children. It seemed as though the more memories the family made together, the more their happiness grew. Their luck both at work and at home was greater than ever before.
actually.
And this is the very carpet that welcomed good fortune into their lives. Ooh. Ooh. Some of the voice lines of the skips are like so goofy out of nowhere. Who knows? With this in your own home, your luck could change for the better, just like the Kafkas. I'll start the bidding at a mere 10,000 leaves.
Most excellent.
I'll give you 15. Well, that's quite the jump. I'll pay 20,000. It's a rug, right? Like, sold.
Come again.
Thank you, thank you. That merchant sure has a way with words. He could make a handful of sand look like
Most
gold.
assuredly.
Tell me about it. He even made me want that carpet. And I'm a carpet hater. Another prosperous day.
Long time no see.
Fancy meeting you here, after I saved your life from being beat up. Glad to see you haven't changed a bit, Ollie. And you are? Bruh, Dude, I gotta beat you up. Tressa, remember we met in Quarry Crest.
Green pea.
I'm just pulling your leg, Green Pea. How's business?
Is something wrong?
Something the matter? You're still not mad I stole your customers, are you? No, I'm mad that my book got jacked.
Actually,
It's not that.
What?
Your notebook was stolen?
aw,
Uh-huh. Dude, your sounds are so sad. What kind of person would steal someone else's notebook? And, like, actually, though, like, what's the point? It's a book. Yeah, Sonic Boom did not do well. It was a mess. It's not funny. It was important to me. But that woman said it was in my own interest to forget about it. Yeah, it was like oddly specific. The plot thickens. Well, I suppose I've moved enough merch for one day.
huh?
Hey now.
I'm gonna help you look for your notebook. I have a debt to repay after all.
Ali. Thanks.
I guess you're not such a bad guy after all. You call that praise? You got a long way to go, Green Pea. Look, give her a moment. There she is. That's her. Where? Well, you just missed her. Over there, follow me. Alright, but before we do, let's go ahead and grab a few extra little things here and there. Oh, apparently I already got this chest? I must have come here like way back when I came here originally with Cyrus. I actually grabbed a few of the chests already, it looks like. Yeah. Alright, hey man, let's go ahead and go north. Oh. I have heard the TV show is actually surprisingly well written. Like, really funny dialogue. Genuinely funny. That's definitely her. I'd recognize her anywhere. I mean, to be fair, you saw her for like 3 seconds, maybe? But she does look... She has a unique sprite, so you know she's important. What a strange woman. What would she want with your diary?
Shush.
Shut up, Ollie. Man. Not even question mark, question mark, question mark. Literally just man. Esmeralda. I retrieved the notebook.
Well, well.
Excellent work. And let us leave this town at once. My thoughts exactly. I think the range on the voices are quite good, yeah. I have a bad feeling about those two. We'll leave the way we came.
So what now?
What are you going to do, Green Pea? What else? Get my notebook back. Are you coming or not? Lead the way. You know, for a snarky rival, Ollie's a pretty good friend.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you all for joining us today. The showcase, sponsored by the gracious House Windham, will begin shortly. Only one piece is allowed per entrant. The lucky winner of the show will be awarded 1 billion leaves. Merchants, please prepare your entries. That's like literally so much money, right? Like, Ulbrich, the Unbending Blade, like fought forever to earn 1 million, which is like 1/1000th of a billion. The showcase.
Green pea.
Are you entering Green Pea?
Yeah!
You got that right. And here's my winning entry. Ta-da!
Oh,
Eldrite? How did you get your hands on something that rare?
so
Let's talk business. Hey, yeah, okay, yeah. You're suddenly feeling very chummy there, aren't you, Ali? Keep dreaming, Ali. It was worth a shot. But, you know, you might actually win with this. Maybe you're not such a green pea after all. Like, that's not me being a good merchant. That's just me happening to be friends with, like, a famous pirate. Because of reasons. Something about it feels different. Different? How? I don't know. I know that the newest one looks very Breath of the Wild, like a lot of games that have come out recently-ish. I don't know. Maybe it's just my imagination. Anyway, first things first. We need to find that woman.
of course.
Right. And she also went in here, which they said they were going to leave the same way they came in, which is odd. Hello. There's an underground aqueduct further ahead. I believe they use it to take wares to the auction house. Okay. Useful info, I guess. Bro, they're just like on stage. Not very inconspicuous. There they are. I don't know much about the writers behind it and stuff,
Now then.
but it looks cool. I think it looks neat. Leave it to me.
Huh?
What are you going to do? I'll lure him away so you can follow that woman.
What?
Can't let you do that. It's too dangerous.
I am a one-man army.
I remember you saying that and then immediately getting beat up, but, you know. I'll see that debt repaid one way or another, Tressa. If there's ever a man who hates being in debt, it's a merchant. Smooth exit, Tali. Now to get down to business. Also, you're just doing this like on stage in front of everyone. We all know this, right?
Hello there.
Pardon me, sir. Madam.
Ugh.
What is it, kid? I know I don't look like much, but I'm a renowned merchant in these parts. I was hoping I could have a moment of your time. Out of the way, we're busy.
Actually,
It won't take long, I promise. I'm actually quite interested in that pocket watch of yours, sir.
That's so.
Oh, really?
Ugh.
Did you forget? We're in a hurry. That's Zikkurat's watch, if I'm not mistaken. The king of the East he was, and prized that very timepiece above all others. His famous words were, "Nothing is more precious than time. Time kept and time spent." Also, like 100%, Ollie's just like completely lying here, right?
Right.
Good going, Ollie.
That's so.
A well-versed merchant, I see. However, this is hardly my most remarkable watch. Dude, this guy's easily sweet-talked. You know, my time is precious, too.
indeed.
My apologies, madam. Why don't we talk over there, sir? I have something that might be of great interest to you.
That's so.
Do tell. Dude, I know that these are the bad guys, but also he was literally just like, yeah, I hate you. I'm just gonna go talk about watches. Who knew watches could be so time-consuming? Thank you, Ali.
It's my turn now.
Alrighty. Make for the Grand Port sewers. Yeah, so that's the direction she went. She is alone, and we are good to go. Alright, Chapter 4 Dungeon. Let's do some fighting. So I do have the sorcerer job equipped right now. And since this is a chapter where all bets are off, there's no limits on what equipment I'm allowed to use or whatnot. So we're pretty stoked that way. I'm really excited to try this boss. I've never done this boss solo at all. And most of the times I have done the boss
Open for
are like,
what to do.
with a pretty big group. And so I don't really have a lot of experience with, also yeah, Tressa is stacked, by the way.
You got more than you bargained for.
But it's kind of exciting because the boss fight, I think, is really cool conceptually. But usually, you know, it's easy enough, and I think Tressa's story in general just meant to be a bit easier. But you don't really get to experience the challenge of the boss fight very much, in my opinion. Okay, also I'm getting a lot of encounters here, so I'm gonna probably put on evasive maneuvers pretty soon. Least favorite RPG party member? Are you talking about like in any RPG ever? Or in this one specifically? What? This is bad. I mean, I'm not taking it. Any RPG. You know, so I never finished Final Fantasy 12. But from my experience with that game, I really didn't like Lon very much. But he was like, I know he wasn't the main character, but he was sort of like the stand-in, right? And so it did feel a bit like, I don't even actually know why I'm fighting these things at all. Didn't love Vaughn at all. I should finish that game though, because I like the game. Okay. Alright, let's do, let's put evasive maneuvers on. By the way, this is the setup I had. I'm gonna want to change this for sure. I actually don't even know what job I'm gonna want for this fight. I don't know much about it, but I think going in blind will be fun. This here. Okay, let's go this way. Yes. Oh, we can't get that. Still don't have anyone to open those. Let's save here. Alright, I think if we go this way... Oh, really? I had no idea. Makes sense, though, based on how he feels. In general, though, that game sort of is like... Like, he's the protagonist as far as, like... You know, he's more of like a self-insert because he's really the only one that's sort of just, like, along for the ride. Everyone else has very significant reasons to be invested, and he's more just like, I'm a street rat. Maybe that was one of the issues I had. Alright. Jams are always good, and I think we can go up here. Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Robe of the Dragon Princess. I'm pretty sure that sounds like a really nice piece of equipment, but it's like actually not great.
Here I come.
Okay, I'm just gonna run. No. I really don't want to fight these guys. I don't want to fight anything.
Oh no.
Yeah, I get it. I'm scared. Whatever. Although, to be fair, those slugs look terrifying. Oh, interesting. We got another chest there. Alright. This is like an oddly designed aqueduct as well. Okay. We are here at the boss. I have not played it, no. There's a lot of games I haven't played. So I'm trying to wonder what... Well, first let's look at what these should be. So for sure want Saving Grace. That's sort of a given. I didn't use it for the other ones. Do I want like a physical or a magical build? I'm just gonna sort of go in as Sorcerer, I think. And you know, if we need to adjust, we can adjust. I'm gonna do Elemental Edge. I do need to pick like a bunch of games from my backlog, yeah. Alright, so that'll give us elemental attacks. What is SP recovery? On damage. We will probably be taking a lot of damage, and it might be good to not have to... Patience is a good one. Let's do Patience and Divine Aura, actually. Those are usually pretty good ones. Okay. And we'll keep Sorcerer. Is my equipment good? Yeah, we're good. Oh, hold on. I think this boss only does physical damage. I could be wrong, but let's do Elemental Augmenter for one, and then we'll do a, do I want to do Empowering Necklace? I mean, based on some of the rumors I've been hearing around the 20th anniversary event, who knows? Alright, let's save with that, and we'll try it, and we can adjust if we need to. Alright. Hello? You're just standing here menacingly. What a useless book. To think I wasted all that precious time looking for it. Well, if it isn't the little girl from earlier. Don't tell me you came to get the notebook back.
Yeah!
That's right. I mean, there's a reason that I've been ignoring all trailers from, like, I just don't like watching trailers for games I like at all, in general. I really like going in as blind as possible. I thought I told you to forget about it. Well, you really didn't explain why. Imagine just stealing something from someone and being like, hey, forget this ever happened, and then be, like, surprised when they didn't. I'm not going to forget something so important to me. Important, you say? How much do you know about this notebook exactly?
And also...
Who wrote this book? Where did he or she come from?
The fact is...
Ignorance is bliss, little girl. Trust me.
But...
Even if I don't know, it's still important to me. It's been with me on my whole journey. It...
Ugh.
Saved me the sob story, kid. You can have it back.
Really?
End of chapter! Yay! It's useless to me anyway. And because you're so attached to it, I'll even let you take it to your grave. Dude, she's gonna murder an innocent girl.
The fact is...
You've been nothing but a thorn in my side, so I'm going to nip you in the bud. You literally stole my property!
What?
I think the thorn here is you, lady. You stole my notebook, and now you're going to return it and let me walk away. And before I leave, let me give you a word of advice. Don't underestimate the power of this merchant. You have no idea who you're dealing with, kid. Alrighty.
Willingly.
So this is Esmeralda's boss fight. That did a lot of damage! Okay! Might be good to do a physical defense build then. Yikes. Okay, But yeah, so the whole premise of the Esmeralda fight is the use of these blades. She'll have different colored blades that hit you and they attach themselves to you, and while they're in you, there are certain actions you can't complete. So while the red blade is in you, you can't attack. Now the difficult thing with this, as far as a solo run goes, is that all of the knives are going to be focused on you. They're like, normally they get spread out a little bit, but there's no one to spread them out to you. I'm a little worried about the sorcerer build now that I think about it, considering I don't have very many good healing options. I don't even think I have that many jams if I want to use them. I do have 9, I guess. I think I'm just gonna start off by using one. Physical defense down. Dang. Warrior might be good to buff her physical defense. Okay, let's see. We have a lot of spells that are just... Cool. She's also weak to staffs, which is good, so Elemental Break will do some work for us. I think she's weak to... I'm actually going to use another jam. Just really get my HP up there. You were unable to use physical skills. Well, luckily... Wow, okay, this is going to be hard, actually, I think. Okay, so... We have learned... Oh, boy. I didn't think this was going to be so hard. Oh, we got 2 knives sticking out of me. Okay, patience, finally proc. Thank you. Oh, that counts as a physical skill. Dang it. Okay, in that case... I think if we break her, we get all of the knives out of you. I don't believe so. The breaking thing is sort of built in. I think that actually would be kind of cool. But the breaking mechanic is pretty much built into the logic of the fight. Which... I like the battle system, which so far I don't think has been modded. Okay, this is actually pretty good. I'm gonna do this. Alright. And I'm gonna fully boost Vented Salter. It's pretty good damage. Oh, her. That was pretty lucky. But we are already really low on jams, which is making me worried that we're not going to be able to get through this fight. Oh, sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. We also do have hired help. I might need to utilize that for this fight. Oh, yeah. And the Black Blade, which is literally just Doom, which is terrifying. I'm actually gonna defend here.
My turn now.
And I can break this way. Black Blade out of me. There it goes. She is already at yellow health, which is crazy. I didn't realize it would be that strong. But I am using a lot of items, which I don't love. Okay, she's still weak to wind, always.
Let's do this.
Okay. So I haven't finished Final Fantasy X, but I have played far enough in to play Blitzball. Okay. You know, okay, so I think that normally attacked everyone, but that's actually a better version of the one we already had anyway. I don't actually know if I've ever seen that move used. Dude, Divine Aura is actually being clutch right now. Okay, I hope I don't die here. Oh, I could actually. Oh no, I have to get lucky. Oh, that blocks the knife from hitting me too, which is great. Dude, Thank you, RNG. I'm just gonna do this.
Elemental break.
I think I win here, actually.
Here I go.
I actually don't really want to use that.
What to
I think I just, yeah, I'm pretty sure that if this doesn't kill, my next, this move right here is going to. I didn't realize her health was so low. Okay. I really thought that was gonna be harder. And we got the rune knife. Well, that's what you get. I didn't even have to use hired help. I just murdered her. I got some really lucky procs on Divine Aura there. If I hadn't gotten the procs I did, I would have died for sure. Beaten by a little girl. I mean, a little girl with like the aura of the god of stars on my side. So it's okay. I told you not to underestimate me. I'll take this.
Phew.
Why would you go through so much trouble for a stupid book? I could ask you the same question. It's just an old diary.
You see,
You don't get it. This book is...
I came here by sheer willpower alone. I hoped I'd find something to help make my dreams come true.
That was a very chug-a-luck moment.
Something precious I'd treasure forever.
So we have 3 characters left. I'll probably pick one on stream today after this is done. My treasure. That's right.
Tressa.
Are you okay? I mean, I almost murdered that woman. Fine, thanks, and you? See for yourself. Damn that boy. I mean, we still don't know anything other than his name is Man. I heard he was a wanted criminal, so I handed him over to the guards. Well, okay. You really saved the day, Ali.
By the way,
Well, that's to be seen. Did you get your book back?
Yeah!
Yep. Sounds like the showcase is starting.
Here we are.
This is the Kismet doll. Kismet trees are among the rarest in the realm. They're known to bring good fortune in marriage. This doll is made from the trunk of that tree. Alongside it comes a legend. The one who holds the doll will meet their soulmate.
Why,
A real Kismet doll. I never thought I'd see one with my own 2 eyes.
whoa.
First the snowdrop gown, then this tiara, and now this? I don't know how Mr. Wyndham decides. I wish I had his problems. Instead, some of us have to sell our souls just for a chance at that prize money.
Now then.
I wonder what'll catch Mr. Wyndham's fancy this year. He's not impressed.
Spectacular.
Just listen to that crowd. Hope you're not nervous. It's almost your turn. You've only got one chance to win the judge's favor. Did you polish up your Eldrite?
Well,
I'm not entering the Eldrite. After this, Tressa will join the others at the bar. What is my purpose after my journey is over?
What?
You can't be serious. I am.
What's the matter?
But why? The Eldrite is rare and beautiful, of course, but I want to offer something my customer desires. I want to give them something they can truly treasure. That's the kind of merchant I want to be.
Actually,
There's something I want to give Noah. Something I think she could truly treasure.
Well, well.
And I can't wait to see what you've got up your sleeve, Tressa. You won't be disappointed.
Now then.
Well, you better hurry. It's bad manners to keep your customers waiting. And she spotted $4,500 left on the ground. Alright, we make for the stage. We go back here. We are ready to go. Tressa Colzion. This way, please.
Tressa.
Good luck out there. You're a good friend. Thanks, Ali.
And now for our next entrant.
Yeah, someone just died right outside the stage. Some unfortunate soul, as the game says.
Tressa Colzion.
Colzion, excuse me.
Tressa?
Hi, Noah.
A kid? Here's hoping she won't disappoint.
Hello, my name is Tressa, and I'm a traveling merchant. Today, I brought something very special to me. An anonymous notebook. I grew up in a small port town as the daughter of two merchants. Sometimes I'd gaze out at the ocean and think to myself,
I have not heard of that, no.
what do I really want to do? What do I really want in life? And then I came across this notebook. It was written by someone whose name I don't know. Someone who traveled across the world and wrote down everything about their journey. I decided then and there that I wanted to go on a journey too, so I left home. I wanted
Solid.
to explore the world as a merchant and learn the trade as I went.
And also,
And along the way,
along the
met
way,
some unforgettable people.
beat up a whole bunch of monsters and become swole.
In a mining town, I met another merchant around my age. His words had the power to touch people's hearts and make them happy. It was like magic.
That might be me.
After I moved on to the next town, I ran into an old acquaintance.
See, I really like Tressa's story for
He was
this
the
reason.
captain of a merchant ship, and the one who originally gave me the book.
Because, like, it's just like a whole, like, it's a lot about just, like, the other people she meets. It's almost slice of lifey compared to, like,
There,
the grand epics some of these other stories have been. Although Alphonse is sort of similar in that way. This merchant travels with a wolf god in the form of a young girl and engaged in economics.
precious treasure in someone's life.
I don't know why I have not heard of that. That sounds interesting. Is it, like, funny or is it serious?
So I searched and searched until I finally found it. What's truly precious to me is this journey. I've written all about it here in these pages. I can tell you for a fact that there are countless wonderful things out there waiting to be discovered. And just like this nameless traveler allowed me to realize my dreams, I hope that my travels can help someone realize their own.
Actually very
That's why
thoughtful,
I
too.
want to give you this book.
Because the only reason she knows this is because she actually spoke with Noah and learned that Like she wants to go out and travel and experience the world, but she can't because of her illness.
Noah. Tressa.
Who would want something so useless?
Does she have any idea where she is?
Hey, screw you guys.
All my years, I've never seen something so embarrassing. Oh, someone get her off the stage.
Tressa.
I'll take it.
Let's go! Everyone is surprised, even Tressa.
Did he just... Is he serious?
Mr. Wyndham, sir.
Even the Parker is like... Did she pay you off?
Absolutely certain.
Does she have, like, your family hostage? What's happening?
Yes.
Is this a ransom
I don't
situation?
go back on my word. Now, please, bring me that diary.
Do I get a
I
billion
would
leaves?
like to present it to my daughter.
Please? Oh yeah, everyone claps now. Dude, screw all of you. You're all rude. Do they just like not let any like what if there were people after Tressa? Does she just not do they just not get to present? Like my apologies for asking, sir, but why did you choose this diary? You see, my daughter.
Tressa.
Hello, Tressa.
Noah.
The fact is...
I wanted to help her see the world as best as I could, so I brought her the greatest treasures of the realm. But I could tell it was never enough. However, when this young merchant stepped onto the stage and spoke of her travels, that was the first time Noah ever said she wanted something.
To tell you the truth,
When I heard about your journey, Tressa, it felt like I was traveling the world with you. My heart never wanted the story to end.
I am most grateful.
Young lady, I can't thank you enough. I hope this will suffice for your diary. I can't accept all that money. Tressa, you are a bad merchant. Take it and be rich. He doesn't need it. He's a billionaire. Are you a merchant or not? This is a fair trade, Tressa.
you see,
My customer has something she can treasure forever. And if I took that money, it would break the game. That's more than enough reward for me, dude.
However...
I understand your sentiment, but I can't let you go without recompense. Also, you realize you are turning down $1 billion, right? Yeah, she just does her best. Okay. It's too much for me to handle now, but maybe I'll need it down the road someday. I'd like to save it for then.
Very well.
Understood. I'll prepare a memorandum. I mean, that's okay. That's better. If you're ever in need of it, please do not hesitate to let us know. And to be fair,
can't thank you enough.
that's actually fair bit responsible considering knowing this game, I would just buy like a random crap off of every NPC ever using that money. But like 1 billion is still enough that I'm pretty sure I could buy literally everything off everyone. Tressa? If you don't mind, I'd like to hear more about your journey.
All right.
And I'd love to tell you all about it. All right. At Noah's behest, Tressa spoke of her travels across the realm. She recounted every tale, one by one, with a fond smile.
Huh?
Why are you laughing at me?
I've
made up my mind, Tressa. I want to travel the world on my own 2 feet. just like you did.
Noah. Thank you so
I'll treasure this
much.
notebook forever, Tressa. And someday I'll write my own stories in here. About my own journey. I want to be the first to read it.
Indeed.
I promise you will be. It's actually very wholesome. Another thing I actually really like about this chapter is that it does leave some open-ended mysteries. Like, why did Esmeralda want the book so bad? Like, what was so, like, important about it that she was also told to forget about it? And believe it or not, those questions actually do get answered just way down the line. So, excuse me, young lady. I must say, you put on quite the show there.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. I suppose I should introduce myself. I dedicated many years of my life to creating something that became a precious treasure to you.
Huh?
You mean you made that notebook?
The fact is...
The writer was someone else, though. I gave it to him a good 10 years ago. Went by the name Graham Crossford. If you have been paying attention, you should recognize that name.
You don't say.
Graham Crossford. So he's the one whose travels I've been reading about.
Yeah.
That's right. That man saved my life. So if you remember in Alfin's story, Alfin was saved by a traveling apothecary who gave the elixir for Alfin's sickness to him instead of his wife who needed it. And that was also Graham Crossford. Same guy, which is important for the story later down the line. So, but yeah, that's like a cool little crossover. You get little hints to this as time goes on. So, but yeah, Alfin's savior, apothecary dude, is the same person who wrote this journal. And the journal and the story, the traveling that of the guy who Tressa's read about, his journey was to try and find the ingredients to the elixir to save his wife. So, he was just about to head off on a journey. He didn't know where his travels would take him. So I told him he ought to keep a record of where he'd been. I spent 40-odd years making notebooks. There wasn't anyone else's journey I wanted to hear about as much as his. Writing in a diary comes from the heart. And there was no one with a heart as great as his. When you spoke about your own travels, I thought I saw some of him in you. It was like you were in love with that notebook.
Well then.
If you ever meet Graham, could you tell him something for me? I've got another diary for him, just waiting to be filled. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, in theory, Alfin could have been in your party
So
at
what
that
are you going to
time.
do now?
And, like, he should have been able to recognize that name. But because you can do the stories in any order, they don't really mention the connection. They will mention it later, though. The endgame story is what happens after you do all the single character stories, and that brings pretty much everything together, which is pretty cool. So what are you going to do now?
Huh. I think I'll go back home.
What?
I've experienced so many things on this journey. It was filled with so many
Dude,
moments
I think
that
I'll
can't
go
be
to the
contained
bar.
in a diary. I traveled and traded across the land and met amazing people along the way. And when I stood on that stage, I realized I did what I set out to do. I want to tell my parents that.
You're the only one of all the characters that has parents. Tressa, so.
I can't wait to see the look on their faces.
Home, huh?
How about you, Ollie?
It's probably time for me to head home too. My father is waiting for me.
The dad that got
Finally
disgraced.
saved up enough money for him to open up shop again.
Let's go.
So, who's the better merchant between you two?
Ali, 100% Tressa. Like, you're a great character. I love you. You also got everything kind of handed to you.
I'd like to think I am. Hey, Tressa?
Yeah?
Next time we meet,
We'll see who's the better merchant, right?
wrong. Next time, I hope you're a little more refined.
Dang. Wow.
What?
See, you're like a sky stone. One that could use a bit more polishing.
Oh my gosh.
Hey!
Dude, Ali's actually so mean.
See you around, Tressa.
He just runs away because he knows that Tressa is like this magician who can just cast super powerful spells and like murder people.
Now then. My journey isn't over yet.
It kind of is because you're about to get left
Soon.
at a bar forever. All right.
That was how I met Tressa. She gave me this diary to fill with my own memories. I know that somewhere out there, she's bringing happiness to others just as she did to me. And someday, I hope to follow in her footsteps. Noah Wyndham.
Right. It's actually a very nice like bow to tie at the end of a story, because you know Tressa's whole thing start with she picked up the diary from someone else, and now Noah picked it up from Tressa, and she get to sort of continue that legacy on. And she gets to actually go home and tell her story to her family. That's a first for like any protagonist in an RPG. How long? Technically only like probably like 10 hours in game time anyway, but if you count all the times I slept at an inn, months probably. Anyway, yeah, that was Tressa's story, which is pretty good. Very lighthearted, very fun, and a cool little connection. All right, so with all that being said, it is time to choose a new traveler. So I need to, let's see, set this up. Give me just a moment. Alrighty, so there's 3 people left that it could be. Sit. Okay. Here we go. Let's turn some music on. Let's see. Let's listen to All right. Can you see that? Looking good. All right. Let's go ahead and spin. So we have Primrose, the dancer, Therion, the thief, and Hannet, the hunter. In my opinion, Therion of these three is by far the easiest to do solo, and Primrose is by far the hardest to do solo, and Hannet's sort of just a middle ground. I actually don't know much about that, but let's see who our next character is going to be. No. Okay, Primrose it is, which, you know, we just had a really fun, lighthearted journey about a coming-of-age story, and that is about to be the exact opposite. So, alrighty. Thanks for wishing Primrose hell. Alright, well, we got some time left in today's stream, so let's go ahead and I'm wondering if we should do any side quests first. Nah, let's just go ahead and go straight to Primrose. Alrighty. So one last heal at the bar, or at the inn, excuse me. Alright. And we'll take the job off. Take all the equipment off. Alright, should be good to go. Oh, I just realized I still have the music playing, excuse me. Double music there for a second, sorry. Alright. Actually, let's go ahead and save real quick, just to be sure in case something happens. We'll double save. Yes, okay. Yep. Level 12 in Sunshade. That's what it expects you to be by the end of the chapter, because normally you would have 3 other people to help out. Alrighty. Funnily enough, in Sunshade, we can actually, let's do all these side quests. Why not? Right before we start Tressa's. Or excuse me, Primrose's. Oh, so we meet again. The great merchant Ali at your service. We just talked. I've saved up a small fortune, if I do say so myself. I'm on my way back to my hometown now, in fact. I guess my father's probably waiting for me to come back home. But for some reason, I find myself in no big hurry to get back. Oh, that's it. I just had an idea for a brilliant new pitch. You know how rodents are always causing trouble for people who live in the desert? So everyone wants a cat that can be trained up as a great mouser? It can be a bit hard on folks, though, to keep a cat just for that purpose. That's why my prowling cat clamor will come in. That's what I'll sell next. Even the fiercest rat will go running to the sound of the cat, and you won't have to pay for cat food either. Hey, why don't you help me? Want to collect some prowling cat clamor for yourself? Off you go. You can do it. Wow, rude, Ali. You can even let me get a word in. Not. Like that's even possible. There's no such thing. I'm sorry, Dad. The Adventures of Ali. So, we pretty much just need to reunite him with his dad. Father. But really first, what can I buy off you? I mean, this is like super cheap. Pleasure doing business with you. Hey, now what's with that face? Okay. So let's go ahead and if we go to Marcelim, which we haven't really been to yet, this is another desert town, and there's like a bunch of people and stuff here, but I think what we want to do is actually go to the inn and exchange ourselves for Ophelia. Ready? And with Ophelia, we can guide someone up here. Maybe. So talk to this guy.
Friend?
I was once known as a merchant with the golden tongue. My own blasted son said he wanted to set on his own journey to become a great merchant not too long ago. I tried to stop him, said it was too early, and still he went. He couldn't sell a starving man a steak. Probably off starving out there himself. He doesn't know a thing about making him want what you're selling. That fool son of mine. I wonder where in the world he is now. Well, how about you come with me? I just did to learn much from your splendiferous speechcraft, sister. Wow, what a sentence. And we can just go straight back to Sunshade. And introduce him. If you're not gonna go back home, then I will bring your dad to you. So this is where you've been skulking about, eh? I'm gonna become a better merchant than you ever were. That's what you boasted when you ran off, wasn't it? But your big mouth didn't serve you so well out in the real world, did it, Allie? Father! What are you doing here? Well, you never came home after that fight. What was I supposed to do? You're still such a child, getting all bent out of shape and running away just because you lost an argument to your old man. You're saying I lost the argument? You haven't changed a bit since then. Just still a stubborn old coot. You're the one who was wrong. I've been doing great as a merchant. Prepare yourself, old man. I wouldn't want you to keel over when you see this. What do you have to say about that, huh? See how much I've earned making my way as a merchant? That's a fine bit you've earned indeed. And what about trust? Have you earned that as well from the people you've been selling to? What? Trust is what a merchant needs to survive, not a pile of leaves. The money always comes second. Trust comes first. Father, of course I've earned my customers' trust. I've never told a single lie to any of them. You've exaggerated a lot. Is that so? Then I'm proud of you, my boy. You really never change. You know, I only ever wanted to become a merchant because of you. You were like a hero to me when I was little.
I'm sorry.
So I'm sorry. I've wanted to apologize all this time. I'm sorry I just ran away without a word like that. Sorry I made you worry. Really important things are the hardest to say, aren't they? Even when they're just two little words. You did a fine job, son. Welcome back, Ollie. I'd say it's high time we both headed back home. Hey, Dad, I've been thinking. What would you say to using this money I've saved to open up a new shop? Sounds like things are about to get pretty busy. Alright, we get to reunite them together. And, more importantly, we get the Trade Wind Spear, which is a very good item to get. Alright. The Trade Wind Spear is good because it increases wind damage specifically. So Tressa is really, really good with the Trade Wind Spear. Alright, and with that, I'm actually going to... I know that it doesn't really matter, but just for thematic purposes, I'm going to swap to Tressa before we go to Primrose. Since I kind of like this whole notion of one person sending off the other. Alrighty. Dude, this is gonna be so hard. Here she is. Alright. At last. At last, he's appeared before me. The man marked with the crow. The man who killed my father. We can already see the tone shift. Her name is Primrose, and she is a dancer. This is Sunshade, city of 1,000 pleasures, forever shrouded in shadow. Driven into poverty when her noble house fell, she now plies her trade in a tavern, suffering no end of indignities at the hands of the cruel Master Helganish. All for the day she could have her revenge. Then one day he appeared, a man marked by the crow, one of the 3 foul villains who murdered her dear father. And so, aided by her soul friend Yusufa, she sprints from the tavern to the labyrinth below in pursuit. She will need loyal allies on the path she has chosen. Take Primrose along? Yes. At the beginning of the tale? Yes. All right. Oh, apparently my reputation was bad. Even when the blade is held at your heart, faith shall be your shield. Words of House Azelhart. This story is very good. I'm very excited for the lore of this at the very least. 10 years ago.
Funny how it works, isn't it? Everything that happens in this world falls into one of two neat little categories. Things one is better off knowing, and things one's better off not. Jeffrey Azelhart, I'm afraid you've been poking your nose into the latter.
I have only done as my convictions bade me do. I have no regrets.
I thought you might say something like that. You're making this delightfully easy. Make sure he's dead. Let's leave this place before we're seen.
It's done.
Yep. So just as heartwarming as Tressa's story was, Primrose's story is very dark. Literally starts with her dad getting killed.
3 men, each marked with the sign of the crow. One on his left arm. One on his right. And the last on his neck. 3 men. Foul scavengers, just like the bird whose mark they bear. They took my father from me. And I will never forget.
Yikes.
Always the same dream.
I wish I had your confidence, Primrose. I couldn't imagine nodding off minutes before my cue.
Everyone's so rude.
How nice it must be to be the master's favorite. Fine. Go on and keep your airs. Act as though you're better than the rest of us.
It doesn't change the fact that you're just another dancer in the sands, Primrose. Nothing but a kept woman, here to flatter the dignity of men who pay for the privilege.
Yeah, this is a very nitty-gritty story.
Shh, enough chatter. Master Helganish is coming.
Do I keep you women to titter here in the shadows? My customers are waiting for their entertainment!
Ew.
The opening act should be on that stage already. Now, get out there and earn your keep!
Just as pleasant as you would imagine someone like that to be.
What a bunch of useless strays. But not you, Primrose. You are the only one I can rely on.
You flatter me, Master.
Oh, hardly. Why, this tavern's custom has increased tenfold since you stepped on our stage. But do not go forgetting yourself. It was I who groomed you for this role.
And I will be forever grateful.
Ugh, I hate this so much. And I know I'm supposed to.
You were an ignorant girl when I picked you up. Completely useless. I've taught you everything you know. What happened to your sweet little smile? Who puts a roof over your head and food on your plate? Who bought the jewels that adorn your pretty neck? Who made made you the most sought-after dancer in this dusty old town. It was me, all me. You owe me, kitten.
Really hate the use of the word kitten there.
Paid.
Yes, Master.
Good then. Purr sweetly, and I may give you a treat. Don't dally when you're done with your show. I will be waiting in my chamber. I'll have you purr for me some more.
This. Man, it's been a while since I've watched this whole cutscene.
Primrose, it's your cue.
It's bad.
I'm coming.
Put your face back on now, kitten.
Yes, Master.
Yikes. The tavern lies at the end of the central road, just past the bazaar. I mustn't dally any longer. Make for the tavern! Alright, so that's how we start Primrose's story. Let's head that way. This way, Primrose. Get a move on. Yes, sir. Alright.
Ah, there you are.
Kept us waiting long enough, Primrose.
Forgive me.
I was fixing my hair. That better have been worth it. You're our best chance at getting to eat tonight. And the customers have been waiting. This is just horrible for everyone.
I am ready.
Let the show begin. It's her! Watch over me, Father. That day, I swore revenge against the men who took you from me. The three marked by the crow. My once proud house fallen, I left home far behind, following their trail. That trail has led me here. I heard one of them often passes through here on his travels. It was the smallest scrap of hope, but it was all I had. Until I find him, there is no disgrace I will not endure. Losing my honor is nothing compared to the pain of losing you. Father, I will not stop until I find the three and see justice served. And until I avenge you, I will dance. Really tragic story right from the start. Stupid sprites with their arms up. I think I'm in love. How about a private show, darling? You are all too kind. And too handsome, I might add. Not bad, Primrose. Not bad. Thank you. Look at your sandals. Seeing you've gone and broken a strap. Go back to the dormitory and fetch yourself another pair.
Yes.
Most happily. Alrighty. Make for the dormitory. Papa, I'm going to be in a play. I will be the princess, and everyone will look at me. You'll come and watch too, won't you?
Yes.
Of course, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
Many thanks, my lord. Tee, how was that? And guess what, Papa? When I grow up, I'm going to be a beautiful dancing girl, the star of the stage. No. Dancing girl? That is a dream best forgotten. But why, Papa? Helena, my dear. You want to grow up to be a fine lady, yes? Like the princesses you will play? Then it would be better to not say such things. Not in this town, at least. But what's wrong with dancing? It's so much fun.
What?
Look at her. She's beautiful. Hello, child.
Oh, come now.
Come now, Helena. This way. I'll tuck you into bed back at the inn. Papa has business to attend to this night.
Yes.
I suppose I should get back to my own work. They're all chatty. Ow! A thorn? Oh, someone fetch a handkerchief. Primrose seems to be bleeding, the poor dear. Perhaps she got a blister? She's always dancing oh so passionately.
Are you alright?
Are you alright, Prim?
Yes.
I'm fine. It's nothing I haven't dealt with before.
Hey!
Don't you think that's enough already? Do you take such pleasure in others' pain? We're nothing but the master's playthings, all of us. And we all know what happens to the girls who displease him. Or have you forgotten? Oh boy, I'd rather not remember. Beaten half to death and tossed in the gutter. Left for dead, sick and starving.
Stop that!
We all know well enough where we stand. We know what he can do to us. Then why torment one of our own? I mean, actually,
Many thanks.
Thank you, Yusufa. But there's no need for you to make foes on my behalf. Prim.
You.
What are you doing yowling back here? Sheathe your claws, it's time for work, dude. They did a really good job at writing this guy like you hate him so much. Or do you think money flows into my coffers by itself? Get out there and collect your tips.
Wait a minute.
Not you, Primrose. You stay.
What was that?
What was that sorry show you gave today?
I think not.
Do you think I'm blind? One glance was all I needed to know your mind was not where it ought to be. I could see every thought in that pretty, empty little head of yours. And they were not of dancing tonight. They were actually about revenge. For killing the people that murdered my dad.
That tone with me.
You haven't forgotten your debts now, have you? You haven't forgotten who owns you. You know the fate that awaits you if you dare defy me, don't you, kitten? Even the laugh with the snorting is like horrible. I'm warning you because I care, Primrose. I wouldn't want to see anything untoward happen to my shining star. And there's just the vague threats. That was the one thing that was missing. Yeah, nice. Wonderful.
Forgive me.
Sorry, Master. Forgive me.
The truth is...
I was simply remembering the first day I came here to you. Also, say what you will about Primrose, but she knows how to sweet talk. Where are you now? Not a day, not a moment passes when I am not thankful for all you have given me. Pray forgive my lack of focus today, Master. It will not happen again. Oh, my dear, dear Primrose. I, too, often think back to the day you came to my door. Just imagining the sight of you dancing for me, as sweet and innocent as you were. It tickled me so. Ew! No one likes you, Helganish. And you met my every expectation. You have been my best investment. Talk about a man who views her as property. Jeez.
Me some more.
That voice line was horrible. Tonight you have displeased me, and for this you must atone. The crowd is looking thin tonight. Out on the streets with you and bring us some custom. Custom with coin enough to cover a week's expenses. If you can do that, I may still go easy on you. At least relatively so, kitten.
Yes.
You are kind, Master. Bravo, Prim. That was a performance for the ages. How do you do it? I want to vomit every time I have to call him Master. Do you think that Helganish is like really so blind to think that these girls actually like enjoy his company? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be out collecting tips?
Are you alright?
I was worried about you. How is your foot?
What?
What? Here, use this. And the last thing on Prim's mind, I think, was her foot that got stabbed. Be careful out there, okay? Alright. Utilize each character's unique action to overcome any obstacle. Primrose can allure townspeople into following her. Yeah, so this is the counter to Ophelia, the religious woman / priest who guides people to follow the sacred flame. With Primrose, you seduce people to get them to follow you. And it does the same thing. You can seduce anyone, and you just can lose reputation in times if you fail. So it's like the rogue version of the guide action, which is pretty funny. Well, time to put on a different kind of show. This one looks to be the likely sort.
Excuse me.
Lovely evening, isn't it, my lord? Mayhap you'd care to share it with me.
My apologies.
A tempting offer, but I travel on business. I must depart early on the morrow. It must be a fascinating sort of business that you do. Perhaps you could tell me more over a drink? I'd love to get to know you better. Man, they are on point with their undertones.
Most unfortunate.
I'm most afraid I cannot.
Excuse me.
I dance at the tavern just down the street. I'd be happy to put on a show just for you. All right, and we can allure the well-heeled gentleman. Admit it now. Wouldn't you care to spend a little more time with me? Oh my. I cannot resist such beauty. And he follows you. And just like Ophelia, if we were to get into battle with someone following me, they would fight for you, which is interesting to say the least. But hey, it works. All right. Yes, that one's pockets look sufficiently deep.
Excellent.
Good work, kitten. You will be treated well tonight.
Many thanks.
Not by you, I hope. You honor me, master. The seats are starting to fill. See that not a single cup goes empty.
Yes.
As you wish, master.
Beg pardon.
Good evening, gentlemen. Aw, Primrose. You're looking more and more lovely each time I see you. It's been a while since we last enjoyed your company. Will you be with us long this evening? Oh, as long as you'll have me for, my dear. Is that so? I'll have to give it some thought, then. I'll see you again later.
Till next time.
And if that's all, I'll be taking my leave. Could it be? There, on his left arm. The mark of the crow. How long I have waited for this day. Finally, you appear before me. This night, at long last, justice will be served. No! Can't let him get away.
You.
And where do you think you're going? So curious about that man, are you? Was it love at first sight, kitten? Master,
I think not.
you wouldn't think of abandoning the stage and your customers before the night is through now, would you? Back to work, Primrose. I trust I don't need to repeat myself.
Put your face back on now.
You do remember what happens to the wicked little kittens who cross me, don't you? This is all I have. I may never get another chance like this again.
Are you alright?
Prim? What's the matter? It's not like you to look all flustered like this. You don't need to tell me. For you to risk angering the master like that, it must be something important. Leave it to me. I'll keep his eyes busy. You slip out the back door on the upper floor. You shouldn't get involved. You will put yourself at risk. Look, Prim. Maybe you don't tell me what you're thinking.
Come on!
But that doesn't matter to me. I'm on your side and always will be. On my side? When the other girls would pick on me and tell me to know my place, you were always the one who stood by me. You never say much. You're always so distant, aloof even. But you know you just don't want to burden others with... I know you just don't want to burden others with your troubles. I know you better than you think, Prim.
And I know that, deep down, you have a good heart.
Random fully voice-acted line, but a good heart? Yusufa, I thank you. Always a woman of few words. I wouldn't have it any other way. She's a good friend. Probably only good friend Primrose has. Follow the left-hand man. Alrighty, don't mind if I do. You will bring the women I need, won't you now? Competent help is so hard to come by these days. Whatever is a man to do? I can assure you, my lord, I am doing all that I can. Helgadish, we're your friends, are we not? Friends take care of each other, yes? They do not disappoint each other.
Yes!
I will do everything in my power. I saw a fine dancing girl in the tavern. I would rather like such a girl for my own. Good, everyone here is horrible. So it is as I thought. Helganish knows him.
Listen to me.
Bring the women to the place marked on this map. And Helganish, try not to keep me waiting.
Yes!
But of course, my lord. That map. Don't get involved. This is my problem, not yours. But I suppose you're free to do as you please. Come on already, if you're coming. Do not worry, Tressa is not coming. But Tressa is going to the tavern. Actually, uh-oh, I just realized something. Okay, they put the tavern keeper out here. I was gonna say, story-wise, I don't know if I can get back in the tavern, but I think they bring the tavern keeper out here so that, if you happen to, like, want to change your, I think I should be able to remove Tressa. There we go, yeah. If you needed to change party members or whatever, you could do that, without getting locked out of it. Alright, and with that, Primrose is officially alone. She told them not to come along, and to be fair, that is not a place for the merchant girl Tressa to be involved in, so alrighty. With that, let's go ahead and save. Double save just to be safe. And I want to see if there's any more cutscene abilities. ahead. Alright. Nope, looks like we just have free ran to this dungeon here, so cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'll actually save in here. And I think that's gonna be it for me today. We finished the Tressa story and started a new one, so that's pretty exciting. And I'll take the opportunity to grind with Primrose off screen and get her sufficiently leveled up for some of the fights to come. So, yeah, Primrose's story is definitely going to be the hardest for sure. Because, well, you know, we'll go over the specifics as to why as they come, but definitely a difficult one. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.